Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of the Grandstand here on the Hot Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, Ariel, Hot Patriot. For today's episode, we're going to talk about some 2A manufacturing here in Ohio. Because when I was on Tactical Muffin Tops chat earlier, I found out there's like 11 to 12 different manufacturers in the state of Ohio that are not High Point that I didn't even know about, is what it is. So, including at least one that's actually a military contractor, is what it is, to produce like all the heavy machinery, which is heavy weaponry, as I should say, actually on that one, for U.S. military stuff. So I'm assuming they're like one of the one and dones, or like maybe they're like one of two or three or something like that that does the stuff or whatever around the country, because they did like the big old 50 cals, the A2s and stuff like that, and then like a bunch of other different things is what it is, like different heavy rifles, et cetera, there, and other like various munition stuff is what it is there. So, and then we got other places that do like AR parts, it seems like, or if not like full rifles and stuff, which I think for the most part, this one called River City is, I'm pretty sure it's basically just like bolt carrier groups and like barrels and stuff like that is what it is, which is still fine, honestly. And then, of course, you got High Point, the manufacturers, like, you know, literally fucking ghetto blasters, what am I calling it that day, man? So, but anywho. So yeah, we're going to talk about those here in a couple seconds. Is what it is. As I pull up the thing here, I was also looking at PSA a few months ago because they got like a special on them daggers and stuff. Dude, I'll tell you what, I wish I had that money right now to go into those bad boys, because it's a gun, a range bag, and then it has 10 mags with it, 5 of which are 27 rounders, the other 5 are 15 rounders. So, and also I guess Bear Creek released their Grizzly now, which is their first pistol, and it's roughly around the same price as a dagger, and comes with 2 17-round mags with it. So it looks pretty cool. It actually looks like, honestly, looking at the two like side by side, I would say the only difference really is the actual trigger in these guns. Let's see if I can pull some pictures here. What it is, these ones that would have no. Actually, looking at this one, it looks more like. I guess it's more of a blade. Yeah, this is more. Actually, looking at that Bear Creek, I thought it was going to be more like the G3C one. It actually has more of a blade like the G2C did, which does cut in your finger, by the way, for those who've ever shot those guns. So it's not quite as good then, probably, but I mean, it's still not bad. Like everybody was saying, that they'd rather have the dagger at this point because it's more of a proven firearm, I think is what it is, which makes sense logically speaking. You know, you've had more experience with that stuff versus, you know, these ones is what it is then. But let me see if I can just pull this pick right here. I'm gonna show some stuff between these two is what it is then. So we'll discuss the actual differences between those two firearms, what it is then. So yeah, this is the I'm gonna pull these up, and then we'll get to the actual things what it is then. So, but yeah, here's a bunch of pictures of the Bear Creek Arsenal Grizzly, and as you can see, it's got different little, almost like a hinge cut on the trigger. There's what it is. It's made in Stanford, North Carolina, apparently, but it does look very similar. It has a very similar Glock frame-ish deal there for the slide and everything like that is what it is. Like same Glock pull down tabs and whatnot. There's another different side of it there with your mag release. Better version of it right there is what it is. And then there you can actually see like the little trigger blade is what it is right there. Which I'm not a fan of the blade things on those because it does fuck your finger up then when you're pressing enough times. And then versus the PSA, which has more of a hinged M&P trigger is what it is there. Which is interesting, by the way, because you got Bear Creek made in North Carolina, and then the PSA is made in South Carolina. So it's basically the Carolinas fighting for your money. And obviously, this is the deal I was talking about here. It's got the 5 27-round mags and then the 5 15-round mags with a bag. And it's only like, compared to that Bear Creek, this is like roughly 100 Bambinos more is what it is. So yeah, I don't know. This is the better deal right now, obviously, especially with the threaded barrel and stuff like that, compared to the other one that doesn't have that, obviously. But like, I just don't like that weird hinge on that trigger. Is what it is, dude. Like maybe I get used to it, but I don't know. Either way, honestly, if I had the money right now, I'd buy both of these guns just to test them out against each other and stuff like that. See what I like more is what it is then, and do that whole thing is what it'd be then. So, and then of course we got another gun company that actually exists here in Ohio, which is the BRG USA, which is they make those BRG 9s. It almost looks like between the SAR 9s, the SAR ones is what it is, and like I believe if I'm not mistaken on here, the slide on these would almost be more of like a SIG slide or something. And then you have obviously they got that weird what you call it on the back of them. This is more of a budget company, by the way, the BRG is. But it actually is fighting for the Croatian market against what comes into this country as the Springfield Armory XD9s and stuff like that, because it has that same weird grip on the back, but there's what it is. So, but I know these are like more comparable to like Taurus prices, what it is then. So, and that's made here in Findlay, Ohio. So, or at least assembled here in Findlay, Ohio is what they have it as. So, but they're actually made in some part of Turkey, I believe is what it is. And then I know that the SAR ones are in Istanbul area of Turkey. So it's basically if you're buying those, you're buying Canics, like it's either BRG, SAR, or Canic. You're pretty much supporting Turkish terrorism is what it is. Versus, if you're buying something like, I don't know, a Dagger or a Bear Creek or something like that, you're supporting American terrorism is what it is then. So, or at least as the feds would have it be said, because there are a bunch of douchebags like that would say you're supporting American terrorism or something, probably. Since it's a bunch of like, white people they're selling to or whatever. But anyway, since they love to, blast us as fucking terrorists, even though it's their Antifa buddies that are the ones trying to kill people, is what it is. By the way, if you haven't heard about that one, I guess they're in Alabama yesterday. The Alabama AG's office they had some Antifa piece of shit who claimed to be transgender try to bomb that place. And they're rightfully being brought up on charges right now for terrorism. So I hate when people call people activists, by the way, because they're not, dude. That's an insult to actual activists in this country. It's like, no, when you're joining a terrorist cell like Antifa, you're a fucking terrorist in this country, is what it is, dude. End of story. Or if you're fucking Antifa, you're a terrorist, is what it is. So, anyway. But yeah, like I was saying here, we got a bunch of different ones here. This is all the different manufacturing places in Ohio right now. We got this Ohio Ordnance Works Inc. This is the one that actually does military stuff for those looking into. And then we have this place is just a gun shop apparently called Advanced Innovation and Manufacturing. So I'm guessing they do make probably small mom and pop manufacturing maybe or something. And then we have Rubber City Armory, which, like I said, according to the photos here, it looks like they actually make like different parts for ARs, but not like full actual AR-15s. Then that's actually here pretty close to me in Akron, so it's only maybe like an hour drive from here, so maybe less than that, which is pretty cool. And then we got Ithaca Gun Company down or in Sandusky. So that'd be your shotguns, what it is there. So I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the company that used to do the old ones have the slam fire ability on them. So that's pretty cool. I'll tell you what, man, if and when I run for governor here, if we're still functioning country in 2 years, I'm definitely doing a round of Ohio is what it is then, and just visiting a bunch of these different gun manufacturers and doing like pressures outside their places and being like, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is the kind of manufacturer we're going to keep doing in this state. And we're going to pump up our fucking numbers like crazy is what it is then. Where you just have like a bunch of different gun companies being given the nod. And of course you got High Point down there in Richland County, which is like near Mansfield is what it is where their factory is located at with their little carbines and then their handguns, etc. there. So, God, they do make an ugly ass handgun. I'll tell you that right now, dude. That thing's a fucking brick. one thing I will give High Point credit for though is that their guns are so heavy and so durable. You can actually shoot a bullet into the fucking chamber of that gun from another gun, and it'll still function, as Demolition Ranch showed years ago. So, and then from there we got the Firearms USA, which is the people that make that cool ass Rhino gun. So that's pretty cool. Knowing that's actually made here is what it is in Ohio. They also make those weird ass like single shot break action rifles too, if I'm not mistaken. So, and then this just says Sporting Goods Store, which is Triple F Firearms. And then we got another manufacturer one here called Great Lakes Tactical in Wembley. That's labeled as machining manufacturer, is what it says there. Then we just got another gun shop on that one. There's another gun shop here. And then this one is called Ammunition Supplier. It's a Magnum Gunsmithing Ltd. In Mahoning County. Then we got another gun shop. Then we got Gunworks Research and Development LLC in Marion, Ohio. That's another sporting goods store. Then we got Haskell Manufacturing in Allen County, Ohio, which is near Lima. It's actually in Lima. That's what it says there on that one. Let's go ahead and see what they do actually for manufacturing of 2A. So I just want to see exactly what they do here. Guns. Okay, so we got. Oh, okay. Apparently they make 45. Oh, can't show that. Apparently they make some kind of 45 is what it is here, is what they're saying. 20th century. Okay, so it sounds like they're like an old school ass manufacturer or something like that. Like some kind of a J frame or something. Of course, it doesn't actually have a damn picture of what the fuck they actually make there on that damn site. Huh. Okay, let me go. I guess that whole place is both manufacturer and a firearms dealer, it looks like. So I don't know. And I'm getting irritated because I'm trying to find this motherfucker now. Let's see. Oh, okay. So apparently the guns they make are like. Wait, are they a High Point subsidiary? Now that I'm looking at this, it might be actually. It might just be another factory for High Point then, because every gun that they have on here that I'm looking at is all showing a bunch of High Points and stuff, and then like the prelude to a High Point then. So yeah, I think that's what it is. I think they're like the maybe High Point dealer or something. If that be the case, potentially. It also does like there's some manufacturing up there or something. That makes sense because I think now I think about I remember G-Web saying something about Haskell and stuff back in the day, so it might have been something like that's what it is there. So anyway, going back to the rest of the stuff here, and we got KMP Classic Arms, which appears to be making all kinds of crazy shit. There's what it is. So, and then we got American Apex Corporation in Delaware, Ohio. And then we got Kibler's Long Rifles in Kensington, Ohio, which apparently makes old school ass muskets and shit. So that's cool. Makes sense, logically speaking. And then finally we got Faxon Firearms, which apparently makes both handguns and AR variants over in Fairfield. So that's cool. Cool. I like it. Nope, don't want to show that. So yeah, looks like it's got a bunch of different different guns that they make. There's what it is or something. So, yeah, Butler County. Now let's look them people up and see what they actually make here. Quality Firearms, gun manufacturers in Ohio. Pride ourselves on creating quality parts and firearms. Trusted for years. Oh, okay, that's cool. So they make a bunch of different stuff. So they make all kinds of handgun parts. They make barrel rifles. They actually do ARs. That's cool, man. It's cool. So they're showing their new handguns. There's what it is. That's sweet. That was 2 hours ago, apparently. They're making like it looks like a Hellcat variation or something like that. That's pretty slick. Whew, buddy. That is quite a bit, actually. Looks like that's even more than the actual Springfield Hellcat then. So, makes logical sense, though. It's probably better performance, too, on that one. Okay, this is interesting. It says Phoenix FX19 Hellcat LT Compact Pistol, what they call this. It honestly, though, I'm not even going to lie, dude. It looks like a fucking ripoff of a Glock. It actually looks like a ripoff of a Glock. Fuck a dagger. Fuck that Grizzly is what it is now. So, unfortunately, I can't show it because it has a fucking price on it. So, I can take a damn photo here. What it is? Okay, there we go. I got a chance to do a photo of it. There's what it is. Take a little screenshot of it there. Yeah, like this is one of the ones I would say like it's almost probably like high end shit or something. If that be the case, maybe or something. So grab a couple photos over here is what it is. Then this is what it looks like there. Yeah, it honestly looks like a Glock variant, dude. It looks like Glock that has that weird same trigger as the Grizzly in it or something, dude. It's like way more than it should be, basically. So, like almost 3 times the price of the other gun. So anyway, yeah, it's just crazy, man. And then there's another. See if I can pull this photo up. Then if that's the case, here's another better shot of it. Then, yeah, I would not pay what they're charging for it though, man. That's just psychotic prices, basically. When I could get something almost exactly the same as this for like half the price, give or take. So half the price of all the tea in China. But anyway, so yeah, there's a bunch of different gun companies here in Ohio, which is pretty cool. And it seems like a lot of them are located like pretty close to me, actually. So yeah, you got trying to figure out exactly where we're at right now. Trying to see exactly where we are. Yeah, because you got that Phoenix Fire, or yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Or Fexon Firearms, Faxon, something like that. You got Chiappa, we got American Apex Corporation, you got Haskell Manufacturing, you got Ithaca Gun Company, which is the shotgun company. You got Gunworks Research and Development. We have American Apex Corporation. You got High Point. We have Advanced Innovation and Manufacturing, which is apparently just a gun shop, I guess is what it's saying here now. And you got Ohio Ordnance Works Inc., which is, like I said, a supplier for corporate or U.S. military. And then you got Rubber City, which does Rubber City Armor in Akron area, which does a bunch of AR stuff. We got Magnum Gunsmithing Ltd., which is an ammo supplier. And then we got that Kibler's Long Rifles, which is an actual one that makes the old school What do you call it now? They do the actual muzzleloader / original, like 1776 guns that our founding fathers used to fight for this. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty happy about that one, honestly, dude. It's nice to see that, honestly, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice to see companies that will go and be like, oh no, we're super old school, and like, you know, the spirit of 1776 basically is what it is there. But then of course you got other ones like that, like some of these other ones around here, like the Rubber City one, that's just like, no, we're gonna go fully new school is what it is, motherfucker. So anyway, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see though, and didn't want to be here too long is what it is. I just want to be here long enough to basically kill some time is what it is there, and discuss a couple of things here and there is what it is, and yeah, we're basically just gonna go from there then, and call it a day. I think is what it'll be, and yeah, it's just pretty interesting, man. Also, I guess there was a cop here recently fired. I'm not sure what state this was in. After her OnlyFans account was found, which honestly, she was a very good-looking police officer. So I'm not surprised at least she had an OnlyFans account going on there, dude. So again, that being said, like, why are you making hot female cops, into fucking beat cops in this country, dude, that aren't gonna be able to take down a 200-pound man or whatever the case be, or like somebody like me, it's like a 400-something pound man. Then, you know, like I would fucking, even with my bad issues and arthritis and shit like that, dude, I just rock that bitch like a fucking rag doll. Just be like, whoop, and then it's like they would be like that. All those videos that are going around where the girl is like looking over and it's the guy being like with his arm and shit like that, and then it just turns into like obviously them getting fucked is what it is then. So like that would be how that female cop would try to do that shit to me and just be like, nope, like ding, done. So anyway, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see though what it is though. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing when my fucking DTT shit comes in pretty soon, because I really want to make that second AR together is what it is now, and do some pictures and stuff like that when it comes in and whatnot, and show the actual build when it's all finished is what it is, which most likely it'll have a different, it'll be in there now is what it'll be that comes with, and then it'll be like the only things I really need to do is I need to get some things to attach on there is like quick detach swivels and stuff like that, so that I can actually put those on there, and then have like 2-point slings what it is on that, then if that be the case. So because right now I'm not sure how I'm going to actually attach, because I think I only have like one sling swivel left right now. So I need to get some money in is what it is, so I can buy some of those from Amazon or something like that, if that be the case. Just like a 4 or 5 pack or something. So, but yeah, unfortunately, I need to get some cash coming in is the problem right now, and fortunately, I don't have any cash on hand right now. Which actually, I was looking at some stuff last night. I know I said I was going to make some here, but honestly, man, having looked into it here now, like I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, you know what, like. I was checking out Amazon last night, and they actually have a 4-pack of the sheath for hatchets already made is what it is there for like $20, and I'm just like, that's not a bad deal, man. Like that's really not a bad deal at all. So I think I might just do that if that be the case then, and then just buy some other stuff with it if that be the case. Then what it'll be. So to get my overall price out there is what it is then. So. But yeah, there's a couple other things I want to pick up anyway. So obviously one of them would be a what do you call it here? Some of the swivels and stuff like that. And I think that's actually be more than enough to get the pricing or whatever then. Oh, well, what the shit then? So apparently not then. That's stupid. Apparently that four pack of cheese does not come with the shipping thing, only the 2-pack one does. Well, that's fucking stupid. Well, that's super fucking annoying then, dude. So apparently it's like 35 now is the free shipping amount or whatever then. That's interesting. So don't want to buy some other shit there's what it is then, so I'm trying to check on a couple things right now actually. For a few different things. Here's what it is. So I was trying to look into actual something on this is what it is right now I'm looking at, so check out the prices. Here's what it is then. Of certain things that I want to look into potentially getting here. So okay, that should be good then. So yeah, it's just when I get some cash together or whatever then. So anyway, but yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting to see some 2A manufacturing. Yeah, I know something. One of the, I forget who it was that was talking about it a while ago when they were discussing firearm stuff is what it is here, and like just ammo and everything else like that. And they said something about Ohio has like, I think it's like 500 to 700 different 2A companies in it or something like that, from like people that make like ammo to people that make like actual firearms to people that make like scopes and shit is what it is. And I'm assuming that a lot more of these are like way small manufacturing operations and stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying though. Like this is why I would be like the best governor of the state in a couple of years if I could win, because I would literally put that shit to the forefront and be like, hey, we're ramping up production like crazy motherfuckers. And it would just be like pretty much the entire state. Like there would be like entire counties where like the manufacturing jobs are just going to be like this gun company essentially, et cetera, et cetera. So, and it would be us just pumping shit out like crazy and like just trying to compete with the market is what it is then, and actually being able to scale stuff good enough to where it would end up being something where you could actually have these companies make a dent in the actual market share and stuff like that, and be able to produce enough things then so they could actually, you know, lower their prices and actually maybe compete with like PSA or something like that, what would be then or something on certain things, instead of having something that's like, you know, 3-4 times the price of what it is there or something. So anyway, but yeah, that being said, that's pretty much where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll be back tomorrow for Freedom Friday at some point. I'm not sure exactly when yet. Probably about, I would say, at least a good 15, 16 hours from now it'll be. So it'd be like 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow night then. So anyway, yeah, other than that, I'm gonna go and do a couple things here on the game that I was playing for a few minutes. Figure out what I'm gonna do for the actual survival challenge that popped up right now in the last couple minutes is if it's a build train animal train or if it's a one of the other ones that doesn't have the training for the animal training not. So depending on which it is, I'll just do some things there real quick and then literally move along as it will be and figure out some stuff from there so it'll end up being then. So but yeah, other than that though, it's been fun, it's been real, it's been kind of crazy actually. But yeah, I'll be back, like I said, sometime tomorrow it will be. So and then eventually we're gonna have a let's pack stream kind of thing. So it'll be where I just have the stream going whatever one of these days, and it'll just be me packing boxes of shit over here is what it is then. So because I gotta finish doing that pretty soon because I only have until really the end of the month. That's what it is right now, which is like 18 days from now. So, which like I told my cousin the other day, I said, yeah, I could probably knock like half of this shit out in like a few hours or something like that. That's what it is. But the problem is right now, just getting through like everything's what it is here because. Even if I was just grabbing shit off right now and like, because right now what I need to do actually, I just need to go grab like a cloth or something. Here's what it is, and then there's a bunch of stuff over there with like dust on it. Just have like an empty trash bag here where I can just like give like a swoop of the shit off there and just like shoot the dust right into the fucking bag is what it is then, and go from there basically. And that's going to take a little while to do that, obviously. And then there's a couple of boxes there, just empty boxes here that I can just toss in the trash or give my cousin to burn up and stuff like that is what it is then or something. So, and then basically the only other things to figure out is how to get rid of these medical things that my shots used to put my shots in is what it was after I took them. So I have to take those someplace and get those dropped off to somebody so they're not like medical waste or whatever the case be. So anyway, but yeah, you always want to make sure you dispose of those properly because God forbid, becomes fucking San Francisco or something like that, where you got a bunch of motherfuckers doing all kinds of crazy shit, and it's just like, dirty needles everywhere kind of thing is what it is there. And it's like, that's the last thing I want, dude. And the other last thing I want, honestly, is to have those end up in a landfill or something, because that's not where they belong. They belong, properly disposed of, which is most likely in a incinerator someplace, which, like I said, if I can figure out like who exactly to give them to, I can easily have them be sent to a good place then and have them be pretty much incinerated is what it'll be. So, but anyway, other than that, though, that's pretty much where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you all tomorrow for Freedom Friday. Until later, it's been fun. It's been real. Always stay vigilant, be carrying, do what needs to be done to stay alive because you never know when you're going to be having your butthole spit in a fucking fight. So... But no, seriously, don't be that guy, man. If something happens, you're better off running in most cases, like I did, about 15 years ago almost. And thankfully, that's why I'm still here today. Is what it is. So, you win every fight. You don't fight. Basically, is what it is, dude. You run away today, and you can run away another day, kind of thing. Is what it is, there, man. So, run away now and live to fight sometime is what it is elsewhere. Because there are certain things you should fight for, and like randomly fighting two guys on a fucking sidewalk for nothing is not worth it, man. Especially when they're trying to steal your shit, is what it is. So that's pretty much what my story was there on Tactical Show tonight. Was pretty sure they were just trying to grab my bag and run for it then, and thankfully I didn't stop to talk to them, and I just kept walking, and they were like, "Well, fuck you," and insert racial slur here for blacks is what it was there. They were saying to me is what it was, but it was with the A instead of the ER on the end of it. So. Anyway, but yeah, I just kind of just was like shaking my head, and I'm just still kind of just running forward. That was at that point then. I was like, whatever, dude. Like, you want to be stupid, be stupid. Didn't say that to him. I was just thinking out my head, obviously, because I'm not going to interact with these fucking people. Is what it is, man. At like 11:30 at night then. And then, yeah, as it was at the end of that story was, ended up getting back to my apartment right before midnight, or right as midnight was hitting then, because it took me over an hour to walk home then. And then eventually ended up having to give my professor a quick email is what it was, and basically tell her straight up, be like, yeah, I'm not coming in tomorrow's class is what it was then, because that was a Sunday into Monday morning that I was walking home then. And then as it was, like a day or two later, I got like a big ass blister on my one foot then from walking that far, because it was like, I think it was like 14 blocks or something crazy like that from the convention center to my place then back in those days. Which now I would never take that walk, dude. Even if I had, like, if somebody told me, hey, you live here, whatever the case be, and you have to walk, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to call up anything at that point and make sure these fuckers get here to take me home, because I'm not walking down this fucking hellhole now is what it is, because, like, Columbus has gotten so much worse since then, dude, in the last 14 years. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not going to get murked out, like, 30 feet from my fucking front door is what it is then. Not to mention I would never live in that fucking hellhole of a city ever again. That's what it is, dude. Because that was one thing back in 2010 when I was going to college. It's a whole different story. I'm almost 40 now and have things to live for is what it is. So anyway, but Yeah, that being said, though, always be carrying, know what your deal is. Hopefully, you have some non lethal, obviously, like potentially some pepper spray or something. And if you don't, hopefully, you got friends that can send you some, is what it is then. So, anyway, have a good one, y'all. Have a good night. Stay safe, all that good stuff. Later.